Hey YouTube, Hill Country Husker. Appreciate you guys checking out my videos. Thanks for all the comments. I do appreciate it. Just want to say thanks for all that. I want to let everybody know, I think I want to make a direction course in my videos. Here recently, I've done some videos on political and society commentary, and I think I'm going to get more away from that and get back to what is really important, and that is being prepared. Like I've said before, tough times are coming. For some people, those tough times are already here. Now, if you don't think that's true, try this. Take one of your grocery receipts from recently and compare it to a similar receipt from a year ago and report back on the price increase. There is a devastating drought going on right now in this country's heartland, which will and is going to have a major impact on food prices. Farmers up there in the wheat belt and the corn belt are not going to have a good crop. There hasn't been any rainfall. They're having a tough time, and that will trickle down both in food prices and also in fuel prices, since there is also an ethanol mandate for all fuel. So tough times they're coming. They're here. So let's focus more on what we need to do, and that's what I want to put my attention back on. That's what I think is important. Now, along those lines, first thing you need to do to prepare is get right with God. There is no question about it. I don't care what your beliefs are, and I'm not going to debate that with anybody. I have the right to believe as I choose to, and if you disagree, that's fine. I will say this, that I will try to convince you otherwise, but I'm not going to get into a theological debate with you. You need to get right with God. You need to get that first. Get that set first in your life. Everything else will fall into place after that. Here's a little bit of advice. Don't know how many of you guys are familiar with this book. In this outlines a 12-step program. Some of you may be familiar with that. I'm going to summarize the first 3 steps of that 12-step program. The first step in its basic form says, I can't. I can't. Second step says, God can. Third step says, I will let God. That's it. That's the basic premise behind the first 3 steps. So, look into that. Get that set in your mind. Be prepared spiritually for what's coming. Secondly, we need to get ourselves prepared physically, emotionally, and as far as having what we need, stores, food, fuel, shelter, that's important. Physically, if you're out of shape, and I'm a little bit out of shape, get your ass in shape. You got bad habits, drink too much alcohol, smoke too many cigarettes, cigars, whatever, knock it off. I need to work on that, and I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that need to do the same thing. Get yourself prepared physically. When a bug out situation happens, if you're going to have to hump your pack for 10, 15 miles, are you prepared to do that physically? Can you do it today? If you had to pull your game cart loaded up with your supplies, with everything that your family needs, could you do that? So get yourself prepared physically. Mentally, think about what you know is happening. All you out there are reasonable, logical people. You can see the news just as well as I can. You know what's going on. You can pay attention to current events just like everybody else. It doesn't take a rocket science to tell you that something's going on, okay? And even if there's not some grand conspiracy going on, all you have to do, like I said earlier, is look at the headlines. Drought in the Midwest. Food prices are going up. Are you still living paycheck to paycheck? Are you still just going to the grocery store and buying just what you need for that evening or for the next couple of days? Be sensible about it, okay? Be sensible about it. Like I said, I'm going to move these videos into a new direction. If I feel the need to make a comment on something going on in society or going on in politics or something going on in the news, maybe I'm going to have to create another channel for that, because I think what's more important right now is having everybody wake up and get themselves ready. Now, I'm not talking about preparing for a revolt or overthrowing or taking some type of aggressive action against authorities. That's not it at all. I'm talking about you, yourself, your family, those around you, being able to sustain yourself when the time comes, whether it be natural disaster, rise in fuel prices, rise in food prices, shortage of food. I don't know. We're right in the middle of hurricanes. Hurricane could come boiling up the Gulf Coast any day. Okay? Be prepared for those things that are unexpected. That's all I want to put out there. Just my thoughts. Hill Country Husker. Thanks a lot.